out in the rain. He just celebrates, shouts at the top. Exactly same thing happened with me. I was sitting at sofa, मैं उठा and बाहर गया, बाहर जाके चिल्लाया. दो अलग बातें, अगले दिन बुखार हो गया बारिश में भीगकर.
Okay, right. So hope you had your COVID test negative.
Yeah, वो कराया नहीं, but yeah, hopefully it was.
Just kidding. Okay, so you were in the NLU Patiala. You
Yes,
also
sir.
appeared in last year CLAT and achieved 862 rank with your boards exams and 12th exams. And then you prepared for the retook the CLAT and prepared again for the CLAT 2020. And this year you achieved the 47 rank. So we'll discuss about it in detail, like, because there are a lot of students who this year also who prepared for, they dropped the year or with 11th, 12th or with 12th boards exam, they prepared for this year CLAT. And this year had everything. I mean, COVID, postponement, pattern change, a lot of problems, right? So it was a really tough and troubling year. So many of them have not achieved a good college. So they have joined the colleges like NM, Narsi Monji, MET, maybe Nirma, maybe lower NLUs, or maybe UPS or any other college. And they still, they want to get through the colleges like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Calcutta, or maybe Jodhpur, top 3-4 colleges. So what should be their strategy and all, and how did you prepare for that? So we'll talk about it in detail, in length, because this would be very informative and very important information for all of them who are in first year or who are appearing again or retaking CLAT with their first year in any of the colleges, right? So we'll come to that point. But before we start discussing all these things, we would like to know about the Harit. How, who Harit is. Describe yourself. I mean, aapka personality type, what do you like to do? I mean, we want to know people, nation wants to know how Harit is.
Uh, I will describe myself as a capricious boy. Uh, so abhi is moment I think this, and this moment I think that, and I don't have that stability. I'm very much impatient, and people often say me as a loose cannon. कि इधर उधर कुछ निकल जाता है, so बच के रहिएगा जरा. Otherwise, I love discussing on topics of national importance and foreign affairs. That is something which is peculiar about. It's something I find peculiar because my dad is in paramilitary. So by virtue of his profession, I come to meet people who are in the administration part. So it just fascinates me a lot, and I always want to do something for the country. As Ronald Reagan once said, "Don't ask what country can do for you. Ask what you can do for the country." I have that particular sort of mindset. Otherwise, I'm a very serious person. If you ask anyone in my analyst batchmates, they will say like, बहुत ही serious simple बंदा है, पता नहीं कहाँ से आ गया.
Okay. So, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do apart from studies?
So I love playing cricket. I also love playing chess. I love doing acting a lot. I've done a lot of school dramas. Then अभी एक नया शौक चढ़ा है languages सीखने का. I've started learning Mandarin. So then उसके बाद I have also love reading a lot. I think that are my hobbies. Then
right. So acting, you look good looking also. So why don't you try the Bollywood or modeling or something like that? Acting, and good looking you are. So you can also have alternate career option as well.
Yeah, I'm keeping all my options open. कब क्या हो जाए? Who knows?
True, very true. So for acting a lot, you participate in plays, and have you ever did the ये सब चीजें जो होता है proper acting and play and ये?
Yeah,
Just
I have done, as I said, school dramas, and I have also appeared in few short films also. वो अलग बात है, आज तक रिलीज हुई नहीं है, होने भी नहीं वाले.
चलो, let us hope कि you keep trying. Maybe one day we watch you on screen. So let us hope for that. And as you said that you love reading about the current affairs, foreign affairs. You read a lot about them, and you like to discuss about them, debate about them. So when did you start it? I mean, you have this hobby from since beginning. I mean, from your early age, or recently you developed this hobby of reading about or knowing about world affairs and debating and discussing about them.
I think it's something, as I told you earlier, because of my father's profession, I got to know a lot of people who had this profession. So that's something which came to me right when I was of 7 or 8 years. Though intensity have increased now because I'm getting that opportunity.
Okay. So today in live chat, there are a lot of your batchmates,
Mhm.
and it seems you are very popular among them. So they are,
Notarious.
yes, yes. So they are spamming you, and they are having fun and enjoying. So we'll answer their questions also. My next question is like, see, this year the CLAT was a really difficult thing, right? I mean,
Mhm.
first of all, right from the beginning, first of all, they changed the pattern overnight. All of a sudden, they changed the pattern completely. I mean, it was not a small change; it was complete change. Then second thing, then COVID, then postponement, then NLET thing, then NLET ka exam, then you had ELET, then had CLAT. CLAT mein lot of students complained, lot of students claimed that they had technical glitches. Then lot of students they were not satisfied with the result. So a lot of everything was happening, right?
And we
So
deserve Veer Chakra for it, at least.
exactly.
We deserve
I
it, sir.
agree. I agree with you. All those who appeared this year, prepared for this exam, and did well in this exam, they really deserve. I mean, it was tougher than the civil servant or IAS exam or maybe IIT exam. It was really tough time. So how did you cope with? I mean, मतलब आपको कैसे लगा कि यार it was very tough? I mean, were you nervous about it? Were you very disturbed? Were you very depressed? I mean, like many other. So what was your reaction, and how did you take it everything?
Post result or in
I
between
mean,
the process?
pre-result.
Okay. So I have this mindset that whenever you're giving a competitive exam, you're going to market as a seller, not as a buyer.
True.
So if consortium says that you have to do this, then you have to do this because they are like they want people, students of certain qualities. And now, for example, we like now next year only we are having an 1 hour lecture. For that, we have been given 500 pages suggested reading. Now, if you're not able to cope up with the normal reading, how can you expect that a student can read a 500 pages reading? So,
True.
but also this year it was extraordinary circumstances. So, of course, consortium could have also done something to mitigate the effects. But okay, so ho gaya, so ho gaya.
Okay. True. So the next is like uh, when this pattern changed. So did you find it favorable, or you found it difficult?
Actually found it favorable, to be honest, because as I said, I love reading a lot, and critical reasoning was something which was challenging for me. But over a period of time, by a lot of practice and by my khazana, I was able to overcome it.
Oh. So you had a lot of reading material and notes and
Yes,
everything, right?
yes.
Okay, which helped you a lot.
Hmm.
Okay, coming to the next question. Uh, like last year you prepared for the last year you prepared for this exam with your boards examinations with your 12th, right?
Hmm.
And you had Bangalore in your mind. You wanted to join the obviously the best college of the country, and
Hmm.
but somehow you couldn't crack it, and you got 862 rank.
Yes.
And so what was your like what did you think? Should I join? I mean, how what was your reaction that I'll join Patiala, or should I drop again, or should I join Patiala, or should I prepare simultaneously side by side for the how will I cope with the both the things? So what I mean, I'm talking about the last year's result. What was your what all you were thinking about?
So giving CLAT again was not always a part of plan. I initially
Okay.
thought like to be part of the college in complete college में जाऊंगा, research paper लिखूंगा, mooting करूंगा, and I will be part of it. That was my initial plan. But when I went, and I did it for first semester also. I took part in moot and mediation also, where I got 12th and 10th rank respectively. Then I got 8.7 CGPA in my first semester also. I even was a part of 2, 3 committees and was also active participant of an academic circle. So
Right.
I was pretty much enjoying the life. I was pretty much part of it. But later on, something happened in November which completely changed my motivation. It made me realize that after you're a fresher only, why not give CLAT again? And it's first year only.
Okay.
So let's give it another shot.
Hmm.
And ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? Uh,
True.
that was my mindset at that point of time. So December, I started my preparation again.
Okay. And December you started preparing for the CLAT,
Mhm.
and I guess उसी समय pattern change भी हुआ था, तो
Yes, yes.
है ना? So
Mm.
you almost started with the new pattern this year.
Yes.
Okay. So now coming to the very important question,
Mhm.
since you are in the you prepared your, I mean, you were simultaneously, you were in the your first year or maybe in second semester, so you
Mhm.
had your classes, you had your assignments, you had a lot of other things to do, and
Yes.
also, so when you decided, finally decided ki, okay, I'll retake the CLAT, I'll appear again, I'll try to go for the Bangalore, then like how, what did you think, like how would you do that, because I already have my classes, my assignments, my co-curricular activities, so what was going through your mind, and कैसे आपने सोचा कि भाई मैं कैसे मतलब हाँ करूंगा, because see what happens this year, as I in the beginning, as I said, there are a lot of students who wanted to get into, and they deserved also. Okay,
Yes,
they
totally.
wanted to get into colleges like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and top 3, 4 colleges, but
Mhm.
unfortunately they couldn't, and they had to join colleges like, maybe MET, or maybe Symbiosis, or maybe NLUs, which are like newer NLUs.
Mhm.
So now they want Kia, since Harit has done it. I mean, with Patiala, now from Patiala to Bangalore. So this has been the journey of Harit. So why can't we take the same chance? So what was, Mhm. Today's his birthday?
Mhm. Yes, sir. You weren't doing
Oh,
this?
no, no. I just got to know that today is your birthday. So many.
So first of all, when can I expect the pizza? आधे उन
Yes.
सबको मिल गया, मेरे को कब मिलेगा सब पिज्जा?
See, we have finally decided that we are going to have a pizza party, right? For the NLS, all the NLS students, right? And
एंड बाय द वे
so,
सर, मेरा बर्थडे नहीं है आज, ये लोग प्रैंक कर रहे हैं.
okay.
एंड
So,
आई एम श्योर ये मोनिश से आया होगा, मोनिश और अर्जुन. These guys would
okay.
have started this free.
Okay, okay. So you'll get your pizza, and not only you will get your pizza, rather everyone. So we'll have a pizza party, and we'll have an online pizza party. मतलब उसमें pizza original होएगा, virtual नहीं होएगा. But otherwise, we'll have the virtual interaction.
Yes.
And don't worry, we won't telecast it. So we'll have our pizza with for ourselves, right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll certainly have that. Okay.
Ah.
So coming to the point, just when you decided, okay, I'll
Mhm.
do that. So
Mhm.
how did you decide that? How will I cope? How will I balance out both the things? Because I have my first year is also demanding. I mean, you have a lot of things to do. So what did you think about that at that time in the December?
Mm. As I told you, sir, I was pretty much active for my first semester. After my entrance, there was 2 months of this internship break. Firstly, I utilized it. Then, secondly, I got idea of how the things are there in Patiala, and I literally realized that academics is just 20%, but extracurricular is 80%. So 20% thing is quite manageable. So there is a rule in management of A, B, C, D. So A is for the most important task, which is giving you significant outcome. B is for which is a less important, but is also having some outcome. C is which is having no consequences, and D is something which you can delegate. So if I talk of my academic curriculum, then there were projects. Assignment was never a scene for us. Midterms and end sems. Fortunately, because of pandemic, I got rid of this end semester system. Though बीच में काफी shock लगा था, surprise attack हुए थे when they told that it is going to clash with the CLAT. So, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. Coming to the project part, delegation part, seniors हैं वो भी किसी दिन काम आएंगे. So I took a help of them a lot, and actually I will like to thank them for getting me the projects on time. I also have done my own creativity, but that's something which helped me. Then extracurricular, as I told you, that I was part of two to three committees and was actively a participant of an academic circle. So you have to make up your mind which direction you want to go. You cannot have lunch from both the hands. So I thought like to quit all the committees, and I thought like now it will be just academics and this CLAT 70-30 ratio. 70% for academics, and it's very manageable, sir. एक रात पहले पढ़ के जाना होता था लॉ के पेपर्स में, हो जाता था.
Okay. So, like now we come to the subject-wise strategy. Like first of all, before I come to the subject-wise strategy, first of all, what was your what all were your strength? I mean, talking about the new pattern, regarding this new pattern, आपकी उसमें strength, and what did you think when you looked at the new pattern? Like ये मेरा strength part है, so I'll do well, and I would really, I mean, I would be able to do well. And on the other hand, कि भाई which are my weak areas? ठीक है,
Yes.
looking at this new pattern. So पहले तो आप अपना strength और weakness बताओ, then we'll come to the subject-wise strategy, like what did you do for the subject-wise planning and preparation studies. So first of all, what your strength and weaknesses?
So my strength was GK, then RC and legal, and my weakness were maths and logical base, and this critical reasoning.
Okay, and first let us start with the GK, because GK was your strength. So what did you do for the GK? What did you, I mean, everything, like in the detail, like if you read newspaper, which newspapers, if you read magazines, which magazines, did you make the notes out of those things, or how did you prepare your GK?
So I haven't done anything specific for CLAT. My main aim was actually ALIT, Annual Delhi, and CLAT was तो like चलो देने के लिए दे ही देंगे. That was my main aim. So अगर ये by chance अगर प्रोफेसर रणबीर सिंह ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं, प्लीज मेरे को एनुअल दिल्ली में दे दो, बहुत कम मार्क्स से दे रहा हूँ. So हाँ, coming to the GK, I must say that reading this newspaper reading is a must. And a newspaper, of course, without any saying, Hindu, and explained column of Indian Express. Make it a daily ritual. Dedicate 1.5 hour for it. It will easily take it. It will just create a base. Not only it will help you in GK, but it will also help you in English, also the critical reasoning in some way or other. That was on aspect. Then secondly, GK compendiums by Law Prep, and then I also use a few material of other coaching institutes like CLAT Possible and all that because of Dula, Telegram. Then thirdly, I used to, as I said you earlier, I am very much passionate about the national issues and international issues, and I was a part of academic circle. So there we used to have a weekly discussion on an important issue. So as a matter of fact, I used to research on those topics. For that, I used to see YouTube videos like of Prashant Dhawan, Study IQ. It's very famous. Right. Then I also used to see this channel, which is very, very important. And whoever is listening, Ghat Mando, see this channel called Republic Bharat Pushta Hai Bharat by Adnab Goswami. It is going to help you a lot. If you follow it, then 90 से 70 तक cut off आ जाएगी, वो मेरी guarantee है.
Right.
It was a sarcasm if you get it. That is something to be avoided. And मेरे को ऐसे नमूने मिले भी हैं जो कि those who used to see these useless debates while preparing that, and they got very much less than what they expected. Rest, I don't think so. There is anything extra to be done.
And then, like CR was not your
Yes.
cup of tea or your strength. So how did you prepare CR? What did you do for the CR section? What all the reading material and CR के लिए क्या किया?
Yes, so I started with this GMAT 2020 official.
Okay.
वही सोर्स जहाँ से एलिट ने 5-6 क्वेश्चंस उठाए थे. I started from there. There were some 200 to 300 questions, which included both sentence correction and critical reasoning. I did it 3 to 4 times, which created a strong base for me. Then secondly, I attended a lot of the lectures on the critical reasoning. There were lots of seminar I attended, so to clear my basic. Then thirdly, I had this khazana, which I'm going to review.
Okay. Oh, that's
Ops.
great. So law prep mock test helped you a lot.
Yes, totally. So for 2020, I gave somewhere like 30 to 35 CLAT mocks, and
Okay.
30 to 35, this mean close to 1,000 critical reasoning question, if I'm not wrong. And now imagine if you're getting to do 1,000 critical reasoning question and you're analyzing it in a detail, it is surely
Obviously.
going to help you. And as a
Very.
result, you won't believe, sir, in the actual paper, I made critical reasoning as my strength, and I got like 80 to 90% accuracy in it.
Great, great.
Hmm.
So by working hard and
Yes.
yes, I mean by consistency, you can certainly improve anything.
Mhm.
So the next is the English. Like, how did you prepare? Did you do something special for English, or I mean, English you were already good at English?
Mocks, I was already good
Mocks.
at English. Then mocks, and I just did for this ALET only, Rand Martin and all that stuff. But it wasn't of any use for CLAT.
Okay.
Nothing
Okay.
specific.
Right. For QT,
Huh?
quantitative technique.
Sadly, that is one area where still I sucks, because I got this 4.75 marks in CLAT 2020. I tried my best by the way of mocks and few lectures, but I don't think so. I'm the right person to comment upon it or to suggest.
Okay. And for the legal aptitude, legal reasoning.
Oh, yes. So for legal, I will suggest you that you should know the law. Though it is said that there is no requirement of pre legal knowledge, but it's a myth. You need to know it, because if you will know it, then you will be able to grasp the passage very fastly. And in my first year, I was having law subjects like torts. Then I even had constitution law, public, private, international law, which some part of it was asked in CLAT 2020 also, in some way or other, which created a base. So I can even suggest you should read this book called R.K. Bhangia. It is taught in first year law, but it will definitely create a strong base, because torts and I guess criminal law, these both are very much important topic, and it will help
True.
you.
Okay, Harit, I just wanted to know why are you so popular among your batchmates? And I mean, ये वो कहते हैं ना कि like you can love him, you can hate him, but you cannot ignore him, right? So they are like waiting for your interview, this session, and so how would you? Well, why are you so popular among them?
I don't have any reply. Like it's the opinion. They may love me, they may hate me. I don't know. ऐसा क्या मिल गया मुझ में जो यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं?
No, no, no. They are your friends.
Of
So
course, they are friends. Like we have an informal understanding, or that कि जब भी किसका इंटरव्यू होगा जाके बुरी तरह स्पैम करना है उससे.
first
So
time करना है.
मैंने भर भर के किया. I had my own fun. Now it's their time. Let them
True,
enjoy.
true. तो अभी वो अपना उसका हिसाब पूरा करेंगे.
हाँ हाँ.
अच्छा, अब सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है जो मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ, लाइक इन डिटेल यू शुड explain this कि like this year
हाँ.
even I have a lot of students, okay? A lot of my students are in the various colleges, and they are saying that, sir, ki this year my attempt was not, I mean, I'm not happy and satisfied. I could do well, I could do better, or maybe I could have done, I could have got much more marks and I could have got better college, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you suggest? Like they are not satisfied with their current college, maybe they are in any college or any NLU or maybe any other college. So they're not happy. So what would you like to suggest them? Should they try to retake this CLAT? Should they try to appear and prepare again for this CLAT? What would you like to suggest them? All of that.
If they are getting college below MNLU, Mumbai National Law University, they should go for it definitely, 100%.
Okay.
Because having this kind of guilt, कि like I could have performed better, and this will like do nothing, just waste your time a lot. 2-3 महीने बेकार में waste करेगा. You could have invested a lot. Now you're in a professional field where you have to be very much competitive. So it's better you give another shot for your dream. That is what I will suggest.
Right. So if they think like, so because they have a lot of questions, like they have the first year, No, obviously this year not classes, not resuming, but still they have online classes, they have the syllabus, they have online test and all. So what do you suggest them? Like unka kitna focus, how much they should focus on the first year, how much they should focus on the, like say, as you said ki bhai Patiala mein not much academics and all. But it's not like that. There are some colleges which are very demand,
Yes, it
right?
depends on college to college.
Depends on
हाँ.
college. There's some
Mhm.
colleges which have very, limited syllabus, very limited activities, very limited
Mhm.
assignments, right? But on the
Mhm.
other hand, like if I talk about the Maharashtra colleges, GLC and all those colleges, so they have very
Mhm.
limited classes, very limited number of hours studies, very limited assignments. The people, all those who are there, they get a lot of time. But on the other hand, people who are in like college, like maybe in other, newer NLUs and all, so they don't get a lot of time. So like how should they, what like उनका timetable क्या होना चाहिए, schedule, timetable, planning, strategy, and how should they prepare for this read CLAT 2021?
Okay. So first of all, I would like to say that make up your mind which direction you want to go, because it's not like that if you're going to some low colleges, then you're just absolutely bereft of any opportunity. There will be plethora of opportunity if you go to any colleges. You just now have to make your mind which direction you have to go. So if by chance if you have decided that you want to go for giving CLAT again, then in my opinion, don't jump for it directly. Just wait for 2 3 months. Just try to understand your college better. Just try to understand how the faculty is, how much demanding it is, so that you can make your own arrangements. Then after doing your first semester and getting some experience out of it, because believe me, it's a great risk as well as great returns if you're doing in the manner I say. So after understanding everything about your college, then take a step. And as I told you, don't use your internship for some heavy work. Dedicate it to CLAT preparation. Even I did some sort of internship in Tata CSO group, Tata CSR group in Jamshedpur itself, but it was not that demanding. So try to dedicate that amount of time for the CLAT preparation. When your second sem starts, that do the 70-30 ratio, 30% of time for academics. And even in the academics, try to attend the classes of law and political science, because sometimes paragraph from political science can also be asked, and it will increase your horizon as a whole also. So try to attend 3 to 4 weeks before CLAT also, you can attend those classes. Then the main problem which I think 2021 aspirants, those who are in college, are going to face is the fact that their exams are going to clash with CLAT 2021, because by now, like everyone is accustomed to the pandemic. So I think next year it will be offline, and it is going to clash. Maybe it be 1 week later, or maybe it will be 1 week earlier. It depends upon the college. So in that case scenario, what I'm going to suggest you is just give 2 3 papers, because normally what I've seen in a lot of colleges, I have inquired a lot of colleges, they give you 2 to 3 opportunities. If you fail to attempt in one college, you can easily claim medical and you can appear in other. So that's a very basic plan I have given you of how to approach your entire college life, this college year, as well as CLAT 2021, and make a good group also. That's also very important. As when you go into college, then there will be peer pressure, and believe me, in some way or other, it is going to affect you. Imagine like your friends are going for debate. You will also want to go to debate, because you also somewhat get influenced by the competition there. Someone is going for writing, you will also go for the writing. I'm not saying it's bad, but the problem is that it is digressing you from your main objective, which is of giving CLAT 2021 again. So try to get those people who are planning to give it again, and try to avoid such kind of peer. Not like completely isolate yourself, बात करो, but एक distance बनाओ, नहीं तो गुड़ गोबर हो जाएगा.
Okay, and then like now you are in Bangalore, but how did you come to know about law? When did you come to know about law, and when did you decide? Because a lot of law is obviously a very out of box thing. I mean, very different thing, right? Like
Yes,
not,
yes.
it's not like G or NEET or any other popular exam. So why law? I mean, and how did you come to know, and why did you choose to pursue law?
So you will be very surprised to know law was not a plan A, not a plan B, not even plan C. In fact, it
Okay.
was nowhere near my plan.
Mhm.
When I was in 12th, my initial plan was to score good in my 12th boards and go for DU or some management courses. It was my dad who came up with this weird idea. He called me one day and told me, "Beta, how about giving CLAT?" I said, "What is CLAT? Is it some management or banking exam?" I was seriously wasn't knowing what CLAT is. I have
Okay.
never imagined myself in shoes of lawyer. Then he said, "It's a law-based exam, and I want you to give this exam." कब है? Just 3-4 दिन बाद है, in 2018. That will be my dummy attempt. So technically speaking, it was my third. 2018 was my first job when I was in 12th.
Okay.
So I initially resisted, but he presented me an offer which I couldn't decline. He said, like, if you manage to get AIR within 10,000 within
Mhm.
this 2 3 days, I
Mhm.
am going to give you PS4.
Okay.
Then I said, it's a deal. I went there,
Okay.
I
Okay.
attended, and
So
jab,
that was the biggest
it
motivation.
yeah that's an chance upon meeting for me and there जब बाहर निकले तो कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट वाले बोले क्या लगता है कौन सा एनएलयू मिलेगा आई सेड आई डोंट नो एनएलयू बट आई विल श्योरली गेट अ PS4 my paper
Right.
was but unfortunately I got 30,000 rank in my first attempt which motivated me a bit. Then I had a teacher in my school. She was very sweet and she used to understand every student there. She called me a day. She called me into her office and talked to me. She said, like, I'm really worried about your future. You are like having no idea what you're planning to do. Why don't you go for law? And she actually was able to convince me that law is good for you because you love debating, you love things of policy making. Like, agar, if you don't want to go for hardcore law profession, then surely you can go for UPSC. Then you'll be a great asset for the country also. So that motivated me a lot. And finally, in August or September, I started my preparation. I joined a coaching institute. And from there, my journey goes.
Okay. So now finally you are in Bangalore. So what are your future plans? Like 5 year down the line, where do you see yourself? I mean, you want to join civil services or corporate law or judiciary or what further? What
फ्यूचर
next?
फ्यूचर का नहीं पता लेकिन 10 PM अमंग अस का प्लान है गेम का सो
Okay, now that's right.
so, as I said, I have a very capricious mind. I'm just for now opening all of my options. So, at one end, I feel like after doing my graduation, I will go for MBA. MBA plus law, which is a very deadly combination, will help me in getting in-house corporate. That's plan A. Then there is another plan which says that go for this UPSC, like right after fourth or fifth year, start preparing for it. And there is one wild plan of saying sub chodo corporate politics mein bhag go for politics.
Okay, really? You want to join politics?
Maybe it's an option मतलब हो सकता है you never know क्या होता है. I usually get influenced by all these things.
No, see, the real need of the hour is actually it is the time. मतलब India is going through a जिसको बोलते हैं ना transition phase, right? So it is very much required that educated people they are intellectual and educated people must join the politics, because politics is the thing. Until you get into the system, you can't change the system. You can only complain
Yes.
about the system sitting outside, or ye gadbad hai, ye gadbad hai. Until you yourself get into the system, you won't be
Yes.
able to do anything for your country.
Yes, in fact, I also believe that more than brawn, you require brain to change it. And instead of just criticizing, I'm a very solution-oriented person. I always see for the what can be the solution.
Right.
So that's something like there is somewhere in back of mind that if you want to go for politics, it's also a good option. You may create some connections in NLS itself, and
Right.
surely if you want to contribute to Bharat, if you want your country to be at a top position, I actually feel disheartened when I see my country at you know bottom of the indexes. So I think I can contribute to the nation.
Certainly, certainly. And if very few people like you get into the politics, maybe the situation will be very different and very
Mm-hmm.
better, which we
Yes.
have today.
Mm-hmm.
So Harit, we need to take some questions from since it's a live chat. So we
Okay.
allow all the students to comment and ask any question. So
Mm-hmm.
though a lot of questions are from your batchmates, but I'll take other questions
एक दो
also.
उनका भी उठा लो सर.
अच्छा, उनके भी questions ले
एक
लेंगे
दो
हम.
उठा लो उनके भी.
एक दो उनके questions लेंगे, of course.
Mhm.
So debate चल रहा है कि whether you are cute or not. So uh, lot of students finding you cute, लेकिन एक दो लोग डिबेट कर रहे हैं कि आप उतने क्यूट नहीं है जितने क्यूट आपको बताया जा रहा है. So jokes apart, on serious note, क्वेश्चन है कि पिज्जा डिबेट भी चल रही है बहुत ज्यादा, तो इसको एंड करना पड़ेगा. आई प्रॉमिस ऑल दी एनएलएस यूआइट्स एंड इनफैक्ट ऑल, क्योंकि अब ये ऐसा हो गया ना कि सबके साथ करना पड़ेगा. एनएलएस पिज्जा पार्टी, नालसार पिज्जा पार्टी, एनयूजेस
बहुत
पिज्जा
भड़का
पार्टी.
दिया अपने एनलिस्ट में काफी लोगों को.
हाँ,
एक दो
मुझे
को भी
मुझे
बहुत भड़का दिया सर.
मुझे मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि 2 साल का लॉ प्रेप का जो प्रॉफिट है वो पिज्जाज में जाने वाला है. तो better I take a pizzas franchisee of Domino's or Pizza Hut and
यस.
then start delivering pizzas. So चलिए, तो questions हैं. uh, okay. Gunjan, Harit, Vedant, all these Abhigya Singh, Abhigya, Vedant. Let's make a political party. वेदांत का सेशन है, हमें एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी बनाना चाहिए.
श्योरली.
तो मे बी आप लोग एक नया पार्टी भी बना सकते हैं. पार्टी ऑफ इंटेलेक्चुअल्स एंड पार्टी ऑफ इस तरह के लोगों का. वी हैव
इल्यूमिनेट.
सौम्या बरनवाल पूछ रही है योर 2019 प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटेजी. आई guess you had already discussed about it. Still, if you would like to summarize and sum up, or in short, you would like to tell us like your 2019 preparation strategy.
I thought for CLAT 2019 or this being with college, कौन सी वाली? Ask her to be specific.
तो उन्होंने ये कहा है कि भाई 2019 में, मतलब जो जब आपने मेरे ख्याल से पहली बार दिया था और पटियाला मिला था आपको,
Okay,
तब
for the
आपका क्या
Patiala.
स्ट्रेटेजी था?
Okay, I don't think so. That strategy will work now, and I think it's something we should throw in the dustbin because pattern has changed completely. And when pattern changes, your strategy naturally changes. So even if I tell you, it will be of no use.
तुषार द्विवेदी पूछ रहे हैं हाउ मेनी आवर्स यू स्टडी डेली फॉर क्लैट?
Uh, Close to some 7 to 9 hours. 7 to 9 hours.
ओके. एंड उत्कर्ष पूछ रहे हैं स्ट्रेटजी फॉर ड्रॉपर्स. ही इज ड्रॉपिंग द ईयर फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग क्लैट. सो व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू सजेस्ट हिम फॉर द ड्रॉपर्स, योर स्ट्रेटजी?
So, firstly, I will suggest you that you must be clear with your basics. So there is no need to spend extra time on it. So, get into this mock thing. Right from now, हफ्ते में 2 mock सीखना चालू कर दो, analyze it thoroughly, and if you're finding any weaknesses, I think your institute is there, so to see all those things. There's no.
Like when you prepared for this exam, so this
Mhm.
problem is faced by so many students. When
Uh-huh.
say the biggest source to prepare the exam is the mock test, right?
Mhm.
So you have to take as many as possible mock tests. So when you
Yes.
appeared for mock test, like when
Mhm.
you used to do well in the mock test, then it's okay. But when
Mhm.
at times you're not able to do well in the mock test, maybe किसी mock में आपका rank बहुत पीछे है या score कम है, तो
Mhm.
like what was your reaction? Like क्या आप सोचते थे कि भाई, या क्या लगता था आपको when you didn't do well in the mock test?
I was actually, whenever I used to score less and whenever I used to get a low rank, I actually used to be very happy because it gave me a scope to improve myself. No, this is something I'm telling the truth about. Because it's a mock, you can do try like you can do thousands of mistakes in it. but your ultimate objective is to get with a good strategy which is going to work on the detail. So whenever I used to score bad in mock, I used to take like some 2 to 3 hours extra. I used to see, thanks to the online format, you used to know where you were stuck. Then I used to compare it with the other question. If I used to do the trade-off thing, which question would have been better. So by that way, I used to get a good strategy, and I never took mocks so personally, because mocks में कुछ भी कर लो, एंड डे का रिजल्ट ही सब डिसाइड करता है.
True, true, very true. And like, what would you like to suggest them? Like, what is the most important thing, reading or mock test? Obviously, everything is important, but still, reading is more important, or the mock test is more important.
Also, one more thing, I will suggest you to prepare a notebook, especially for the mock, where you, I can show you the notebook. I am having this notebook also.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, yes, yes. So it's analysis of your test
Analysis,
performance.
yes. So right here, having time, then I'm having the score and everything. Also, I'm having a column for the potential. How much potential marks you could have uh, get from that section if you have attempted in a very wise manner.
Right.
So that actually used to help me a lot. And I also used to write down my rank for a motivation purpose.
Okay, and like Mahi is asking, like, she's in 12th class.
Mhm.
So, like with 12th, because board exams are there, you have a lot of thing in the board exam. So, is it possible to prepare and crack CLAT with 12th?
Yes, it's definitely like majority of students do so. Like even AI 2, AI 1, all of them were in 12th this time. If, even I guess Soumya Singh was also in 12th, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong,
yes,
last year.
yes, yes, certainly,
So, huh.
certainly.
So for I don't think so. Like I will be the right person to suggest how to do so if you are
Right.
in 12th. But my personal experience speak that even in 12th, you don't get such overload subjects. Those are very much manageable given you get adequate time for the preparation also for the final exam. So it's very manageable, very manageable.
Even Adya is from 12th, and
Yeah, yeah.
lot of
Huh.
other students are
Mhm.
like we have Vidhi, Adya, Vedant, everybody. Acha, Munendra पूछ रहे हैं, how many questions you attempted in CLAT 2020?
I guess it was 138, 137, 138.
137, 138. Right. Uh, and okay, somebody is asking like कुछ शायद maybe आपके पटियाला के friends हैं.
हाँ
So
वो भी
they
आने
are,
हैं.
yes, yes. So they are like asking कि भाई I mean, they want to hear something about Patiala from you. Since now you are leaving Patiala and joining Bangalore,
Mhm.
so how was your Patiala experience, and how is Patiala College? Because see, you are in
Mhm.
Bangalore, but a lot of students are joining Patiala this year also. So
Yes,
you've
yes.
been there for 1 year. You've been there for
Uh-huh.
1 year. So what is
Mhm.
your opinion about Patiala?
Uh, Patiala is a very good college. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's a very good college. In fact, it's a 10th best law college of the country. And the best part about Patiala is that you get adequate amount of time to do the things you want to. It's not, at the end of the day, it's about you, what you want to pursue and how you take the things. So Patiala is having best infrastructure among all the NLUs. In fact, it was the first NLU with the AC. The part जिस पे लोग मेरे पटियाला वाले अभी भी चिढ़ाते हैं, कहते हैं तू जा तो रहा है एनलेस लेकिन एसी तो अभी भी तेरे पास नहीं आने वाला. So then उसके बाद then it's a best place for judiciary exam because they have some tie-ups with some coaching centers. I don't know exactly, but you get adequate time. Plus, the curriculum is designed in a particular manner. The teacher says like, "आगे जाके judge बनना है." So you can see like it's very much ready. If you want to go for judiciary, don't go with CLAT again. Be in Patiala itself. Then it's a wonderful place for food, for adventure. Then you have good people there also who are doing good in mood, good in debate, good in mediation, everything. So it's an impressive place if you're going through. And then again, then it comes to your decision if you want to give CLAT again or not.
Right. And finally, what would you like to suggest to the coming aspirants, and like I mean, all they should focus on, maybe reading, maybe newspaper reading, maybe working hard, maybe how to how to keep motivated themselves. मतलब क्या होता है? It is a long time. It's a 6 month. This year, all obviously we have less amount of time, but generally it's a 1 year for preparing CLAT and all. So how to keep motivated, and how to manage things and everything. So in short,
Yeah.
like your suggestion, since you are achiever, you have achieved it. So what is your piece of advice to the aspirants, those who are planning or preparing or planning to prepare for exam?
First of all, whoever's planning or preparing, I will say fasten your seatbelt because rules of this game can be changed at any point of time. So be accustomed with uncertainty as a factor. And consortium has taught me one thing, that life is very much uncertain and you have to be as per their plan. That is one thing. Secondly, as far as mental health is concerned, I think you should dedicate, it's very much important, you should have some good family time, you should have positive interaction with your family. Then you should also, like, I will suggest you to do yoga, meditation. Meditation is must. That is something which I do today also. Like, I spent 30 minutes for it. Meditation must, it actually helps you in giving clarity. Then thirdly, I will also suggest you that make good friends. Like, you will get a lot of people, but you need to know what is your choice and what kind of people fits your choice, and those who are there to motivate you. So you wouldn't believe, when CLAT got postponed in August,
Mhm.
I thought, like, now my dreams are shattered. Like, ab kuch nahi ho sakta. I have wasted my because I was on my third semester. It was a bit unusual. Usually second semester ke baad hota, but I was in third semester, and more I waited for the CLAT, and more it was going to hurt my prospect. So I was about to quit CLAT. I was about to take that decision. Then I got a call from a close friend of mine. Uh, Two friends actually. One is Aryan of Arjun and Jyoti Jindal. He was also from Arjun. I think I should name them also. So they in fact uplifted my mood. They in fact, like, made me feel special, and they said, like, you have already given so much amount of time. You have already spent so much months. You have taken brave decisions. So why are you just crying for a month? Give it another try. एक महीना और रुक जाओ, ज़्यादा से क्या होगा? You will miss your exams. So that's the kind of positivity, that's the kind of friends I'm talking about, who are there, who are going to support you. And even, of course, family is always there to support you, and always be trustful to them. That's my advice.
And finally, few words for the law prep tutorial, how law prep tutorial helps students for preparing this exam, and your suggestions and your feedback or anything about law prep tutorial.
First of all, actually, it should have been done in the first starting itself. But I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Law Prep for the mocks they have made. I even remember when the NLET thing happened. I think your coaching was the first who came with the free mocks. 5 mocks I was there,
Yes, yes.
which actually helped. I mean, at this time, everyone was making money. Law Prep actually came with this thing, which I actually appreciate of it. Then mocks were, of course, always good.
Even we provided the NLET mocks free of cost,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
all other were charging for NLET
Yes,
mocks and
yes, sir.
charging very high. And we
Mhm.
provided all the NLET mock test, without any cost. It was,
Yes,
it was
that's
not
a
right.
that's very ethical on the
True.
law preps part, and I hope it continues. And I will highly recommend any aspirant to get law prep test series or join law prep. In fact, those who are in some college and plan to prepare, law prep test series is something which will definitely help you. Thank you.
Okay, you have behind you there is a picture of Lord Krishna, and कृष्णा का
Uh,
जो इसमें थोड़ा
Vasudha
सा हाँ,
Vasudhama.
थोड़ा नटखट और उस तरह का रूप है, तो
Uh,
आप कृष्ण भगवान से इंस्पायर हैं कि?
Yes, yes, I'm totally. In fact, I see positive. Even I have written in my bio, Krishna Guna. I strive for the Krishna Guna. It is of diplomacy. He was
Okay.
the ultimate diplomat, and
Okay.
he actually played the both side. I want that kind of quality.
और भगवान कृष्ण रासलीला भी करते थे, तो
वो
उससे तो
मौका नहीं
आप,
मिलेगा वो तो
अच्छा,
उस वो
so
मौका नहीं मिलेगा
you're not a fan of that. You are just the diplomacy part you like about the Bhagwan
yes
Lord Krishna. right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. One more very important announcement I would like to make in this interview. Since a pizza protest is going on across the national law schools and this year's law selected students, NLU selected students, this pizza protest को end करने के लिए will certainly will very soon will come up with the online pizza party, virtual pizza party, and we'll all connect through Zoom or maybe some other platform, and we'll have our pizza, and the pizza will be provided by law prep tutorials to all its students. And तो मैं फाइनली चाहता हूँ कि इस पिज्जा प्रोटेस्ट को खत्म किया जाए, तो ये बढ़ता जा रहा है और देश में कोई तरह की अशांति और कोई इस तरह का नहीं हो, स्ट्रेस और इस तरह का टेंशन. सो लेट अस एंड इट. सो Harit, it was really very interesting and very informative information you provided. Very, very, useful information for all those who are preparing for the next exam for the CLAT 2021, especially the people who are in college, especially all those who are dropping and with 12th also. And it was really very interesting session, enlightening session. Thank you so much for joining from Jamshedpur, and all the very best. I wish you all the luck. And there are Patiala students also, your friends from Patiala, RGNUL Patiala. So yes, thank you for them also. And I wish you all the very best for your future life, and also will keep inviting you on this platform for motivating, encouraging students, guiding and mentoring students who are the future aspirants or the aspirants who are preparing for this. So all the very best, and thank you so much for joining us.
It was my pleasure, sir.
Okay, all the best. Good night. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye, Hari.